Now, can you just pause the recording? Just pause it
Okay.
or stop it, whatever it is. What does it says? Pause or stop?
Pause, sir.
Yeah, click on
Pause and
pause.
it stops, sir. Both are shows in here.
No,
Then
just
what I
make it
yeah.
pause.
Okay.
So you should just know how hash map operates. Hash code is not something that should be kept on priority. So we've covered most of the. Okay, today I wanted to cover comparator and comparable. Which interfaces?
Written in Comparator, sir. लेकिन DQ or Q interface is not complete
Okay,
enough.
we'll do Q also. Okay, let's do Q.
Yes, sir.
So Q, let's try to do
Directly start a map.
priority Q. Okay.
Yes.
So I'll take example of Q also. So let my Eclipse boot up properly.
Q mean a priority queue, DQ or array queue.
Okay. So let my system boot up properly. And I'll explain these classes also to you. Okay. Meanwhile, let me just give you an overview of what is comparator and comparable. So I had given a heads up to you all on the same that if okay,
Variable.
what is the significance of those data structures
Comparing data.
who have the first word as linked? Those collection classes which start with the keyword linked. What is the significance of them?
Connecting with data to each other. Linked up.
No.
Okay.
Is anyone else? What are the significance of the collection classes which start with the keyword linked? So we start with the keyword linked.
Linked
Linked,
list. Linked hash map or
linked. Yes.
order preserved and like
Order is
this.
preserved, right?
Yes, sir.
And what is the significance of those which start with the keyword tree?
Yes, sir.
What is the significance of such?
In case of tree set, it shows a ascending order of data. Sorted ascending order.
Natural sorting order is ascending.
Ascending order, yes.
If they are numbers, then 10, 20, 30. If they are strings, then A, B, C, D, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now my question is, if I have a class and I want to sort this class based on attribute roll number, or I can sort this based on attribute sname, or I can sort it based on attribute age, or I can sort it based on attribute percentage, correct? We can sort them on any of the above attributes.
Yes, sir.
See,
by using a tree hash map. Oh, sorry, a tree has set.
Tree map.
Sorry,
You say tree hash, either tree or either hash. So using both. This is hash and this is tree. This is hash map.
Right, sir. Right, sir.
This tree map.
Yes, both are working as a sorting, na sir. Both are used for sorting purpose.
No, I am saying there is no collection such as tree hash map. There is nothing such as tree hash map. It is tree map.
Okay, sorry.
So this maintains the sorting order, correct?
So, sir, what is the difference between a tree set and tree map? If both are working same, so in this scenario, how can we differentiate both of them? Tree
Farooq
set
will
or tree map?
answer. Farooq, Amir, you want to take a try? She's asking what is the difference between tree map and tree set as they store data in ascending order. As per Shabana, she says both are the same. Then what is the difference? Yes.
I think, sir, is take a single object tree set and tree map take a value and key and value.
This will take key value pairs, right?
Yes, sir. Right now, sir?
That is the difference. Yes, this will go in key value pairs, and this will be only
Any
value.
other, sir, would
Only thing.
difference?
This is a very big difference. Key
Okay.
value is a very big difference. So
Okay.
different beast altogether.
Okay.
So now my question to you all is, if I make a, let's say, hash tree set. Okay, I make a tree set. TS is new tree set. Okay. So this will take single value or multiple value.
Single value.
I will say TS dot add or dot put.
Add, sir.
So now when I display this TS, what is the output?
Is the output is a Alice, Ben and Charles, ABC for alphabetical order.
Correct, because I've taken a tree set. So it will sort the data based on the alphabetical order. Right?
Right, sir.
Okay. If I take this was a tree set of strings, right?
Yes. That typecasting.
Then here also, if I take a tree set of integer and I add 20, 10, and 30.
It shows by default ascending order.
So tree
10,
set
20,
will
30.
have arranged it in ascending order, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now I want to show.
But sir, in this case, if we don't want sorting in ascending order, then what we do, sir?
By default, it takes the ascending order.
Okay.
Then you have to go to the string class and override the CompareTo function. I'll show you that now. If you want to change the order, we can customize our own order also. So now if I have these three objects above class, so if I have 101 Alice, whose age is 23 and whose percentage is 87.6. Then I have one more student, 103, whose name is Ben. Let's keep that charm. Whose age is 19, whose percentage is 78.6. And I have third student, 102, whose name is Ben, who's 28 years old, and who is 77.6. Now, if I store them in a tree set, how will that tree set look like?
student type. Yes. So,
Now my question over here is, if I say ts dot add s1 is a s1 s2 s3. If I add s1 s2 s3, now in what order have they been stored in the collection is my question.
then it shows it's index wise.
Yes,
Yes, the index wise, sir.
The
index.
key
Zero.
value.
No, there's no need to key value. It's a tree set.
This is a tree set, not a tree map.
But Alice
Yes, sir.
Ben chart.
No. Why Alice Bencher's tree set is string?
Yes, anyone?
Sir, I think it's shows index wise which one is stored in a zero index is shows first and first, second, third, like this.
So for this we have comparator and comparable. What we have? You can customize the element on which you want to sort the data.
Okay.
So for
By
this,
default, sir, it shows how?
by default it is an error. Because you
Error.
have to override the CompareTo function. If you don't override the CompareTo function, Java will be confused as to on what parameter you want to arrange. Because tree set will always arrange in ascending order, correct? So we have to give the parameter on which you want to arrange this. So for that you have to override the. So either you have to use comparator or either you have to use comparable. Any one of them we have to use. So I'll give you an example of that now. So what I'm trying to say.
Sir, I can't understand your words, sir. Can you simplify it? Sir?
Yeah, I'm coming to that. I'm giving you an example. That example should explain you all what I'm trying to tell. Okay.
Okay.
So first, let's take with comparable. This is on only one parameter. If you want to solve only on one parameter, then we use comparable. And if you want to sort on multiple parameters, then we use comparator. So which parameter do you want to arrange them by? So when I add them in the tree set, based on which attribute do you want to add in ascending order?
So by name.
By name. Okay, you want to add them by name. So you should show Alice, Charles, and Ben, correct? Because if I write this code and run it, it will not execute. It will throw an error. Because if you are using a tree set, it always does comparison. Tree set will always do a comparison and store. Comparison and store. See, the reason why it is called comparison and store is, I'll give you an example. If I want to make a tree set of this data, okay, if I want to make a tree of this, so first, what is the data? Which data is first? 100. So it will add 100. Then what is next after 100?
So no, first is 50 after 100. 50
No. You have to come from the start. This
okay,
start.
Okay.
Which is the first number?
100. Yeah.
100. I added 100. 100 has become the root now. This is a tree. I'm making a tree now. Okay. We are explaining a tree set, right? Tree set, tree map. So you should know what is a tree. So 100. Now which number is next now?
150.
150. So compare it with the root. Compare it with the root. If it is greater towards the right, if it is less towards the left. So compare 150 with 100.
Right.
So it's like you have this node 150, and now you're looking at a place where you should add it. Okay, so always start comparing from the root. Always compare from the root. So 150 with 100, less or great?
Great.
So if it goes towards the right, and you add it over there, because there's nothing towards the right. Then now which is the next node?
Insertion short. The insertion short is working here.
No, this is not
Comparison
insertion.
with
This is how
each
you
other.
add an element to a tree. Now the next element is 50. Okay,
Left.
I'll make a node of 50. Now compare it always from the root. Always compare with the root. 100 with 50. Less or great?
Less.
So it goes towards the left. Goes towards the left. Okay. Now next what is there?
125.
125. Okay, so it will make a node of 125 first. Now tell me, where will we place 125? Any guesses?
Compare with root and goes to
Let's compare with the
left
root
side.
first. Yeah, so always compare with the root. So 100
Goes
with
left
100 with
side.
125.
Left
Iterator.
side.
Why left side, ma'am?
Okay.
100 with 125 is less or great?
Great.
And
Great.
sir.
Go towards the right. Now compare with 150. Less or great?
Left.
Left of 150. Getting it?
It will be more convenient if you draw, sequence in a line.
Means?
If we just adjust them in a line or in a row, so it will be more convenient.
No, we are making a tree. So in a tree, you have to draw this diagram. This is the root of the tree. This is the root, which is the first element. And these are the branches of the tree, which I'm making over here. Okay, so these are the branches. And like this. This is how you draw a tree in data structures. If you may draw on a line, that would become an array then. So next element, which is there to be placed now?
75.
Once again, guys, just hang on.
$175. Towards
Yeah.
right.
175. 175 is comparison with root and it goes
Right
to a
side of 150. Right side of 150.
So
Yes, sir.
175. So let's make a node of 175. Let's make a node of 175. Now tell me, where will it go? Always compare with the root.
Yes, sir.
Compare all elements with the root first. So 175 is compared with 100. Less or great?
Greater.
Greater.
Number
Greater than
is
100,
greater
greater than
number.
150.
Greater. Then toward the right. 150 with 175. 175 is greater, right?
Yes, sir.
Goes towards the right. And now my question is, where will you place 75 now? With the same logic. So I have to add 75. Where will you place 75?
Right side of 50.
Right side of 50. Always compare with the root first. So 75 with 100.
Less.
Less. Goes towards the left. 75 with 50.
Greater.
Greater. So it comes here. This is how data is placed in a tree. So you have to always compare. Okay. And you can compare like things. Apple with apple, orange with orange. So here also when it will place S1, it will compare. So on what attribute will it compare? On what attribute will it compare? So now we will come here. If I try to write this code as it is, it will throw an error that I am not getting any parameter on which I can compare. So if I write this code as it is, okay, so this is my student class. So how many parameters are there in the student class?
Roll number, S name, percentage.
Okay. So now I have to go to, let's say I make a comparable demo. I make a new class called as comparable demo. And in that I make main. And in that I make a tree set. Can we paste anything? No, that data is lost. I make a tree set of students, naming it TS equals to new tree set. Now I know I got a tree set means data will be compared, and I make the first student S1 as new student, whatever name and whatever percentage. Okay, no need to add a student also directly. You can add this if you are comfortable. Directly you can do this also. No
Yes,
need to use the reference unnecessary. New student. Like this, I'm adding.
okay.
So 103, 102. Can give whatever name. Tom, Harry, 68.5, 91 point. Now, if I display this, even if I try to run it, it will throw an error because the tree
There is
set
nothing to compare.
nothing to compare. Correct. So he says, on what basis are you asking me to compare? So I will run this code, it will throw an error. Okay, so let's see that. Getting it? And it will give something of comparable. Getting it? I cannot compare.
Yes.
I cannot compare. Class student cannot be cast to class. Okay. So it now what we'll have to do is I'll go to my class student and I will say these are two interfaces. These are two interfaces. So I will say implements comparable. Implements which?
Comparable.
Comparable. Okay. Comparable comparator. Comparable is in java.lang. Comparator in java.util. Okay. Okay. We are putting it on which class? Which class are you putting comparable on?
Java.lang.
Which no, we are putting it to which class?
Student.
Student.
This will be your student class. Okay. And now what we have to do is, so whenever you implement an interface, what do we have to do? When a class promises to implement an interface, what is the class promising?
Method should be called in that class.
Should be called.
Call, sir.
Called is the right word.
Sorry, we can say implementation, method implementation.
Yes. So if I say class A implements Apple, and Apple is an interface. So what is the responsibility of class A now? Normally they have a generic.
Override the method of
I have a interface fruit. Okay, which has, let's say, functions public void color, public void shape, public void taste. Now what is the responsibility of class A?
Class A's responsibility is to overwrite all the method of fruit class.
Class A, I can
Interface.
class
Fruit
I can think of Apple, right? Class Apple implements fruit. Now what is the responsibility of class Apple now?
Class Apple is
Has to give implementation to all the methods which are there in the.
Yes.
Implement color, shape, and taste.
What
Yes.
will it do? Override, right?
yes, sir.
All right. Yes, sir.
CV. So it will write the color function. with the implementation SOP read.
Yes.
So it will give its implementation for that interface. Correct?
Yes, sir. Correct.
How many functions will it override? Only one or two or all? If
All.
it overrides only two functions, if
But
it only color,
choice.
if it only writes, if it only overrides two functions, shape and color, doesn't override the taste. Now what will class apple become?
Abstract class.
Abstract class. But I don't want to make abstract class. I want to make its objects. What will I do?
Implementation.
All method, right? Getting it?
Yes, sir.
And if there is some sweet, the orange class is there, then orange class can give its own implementation. Okay, so now my question is, my class also is telling that it implements comparable. Now what do we have to do? That's why it is showing a red line over here. If I go red line, it will say add unimplemented method, and the method which we have, which is there in the comparable, is your CompareTo function. Which function is there?
Student, yes.
Compared to.
Student.
CompareTo.
So CompareTo. So this is your student. You can give whatever name you want to give any object S1. And now here you can compare them on any of the attribute. On what attribute are you comparing? Let's say if I want to compare based on the age, is there the age is there?
Roll numbers.
Roll number. Let's say I want to
Yeah.
roll number. So what I'll do is, we can say return roll number is greater than S1 dot roll number. You can based compare it on. Okay. Okay, this is returning an integer. Returning an integer. So what we can do is put a if over here. If roll number is greater than S1 dot roll number, then return 1. And else if roll number is less than, return -1. And if they are same, else return 0. Okay, like this you can say. So you are comparing based on which attribute? Which attribute?
Roll number.
Roll number. So I'll write this code. Roll number greater than S1. This is your S1. The object which I go to compare. So return 1 if it is greater, return -1 if it is less, and return 0 if it is equal. Now, whenever I will add this, and so it will be added based on comparing with the roll number. So when I display, what will be the output now? It will compare. So first, what will it add? It will add this object, correct?
Yes, sir.
So there's nothing to compare. It is the first object, so it will add this.
Yes.
The next, so let's say if we have this information, let's take this. So this is the first object which is there. So this will be directly added. So directly this will be added. And now when this object turn is there to be added, it will compare on based on what?
Roll number 102.
It is greater or lesser?
Greater.
So this will go.
Greater.
And when it adds this,
Lesser.
Left.
are you
Less.
sure? Lesser. 101 with 102 is what? 101 with 102.
102 is right of 101.
And with 103,
Left.
so we'll correct.
Left.
Understood? So this is how your tree will be created. This object based on this, based on this. So right and then left. Getting it? And have you all done tree traversal technique? So if I've added the element in this way, how will the tree is split in sorted order? How will the output come? So if I add this in the tree, how will the output come as 50, 75, 100, 125, 150, and 175. So how does the tree manage to get the output in this format, right? So if I'm adding it in this format, while displaying, how will it display me in this format, this order, correct? Are you understanding what I'm trying to say?
Yes,
I
sir.
added the elements in this order, right? So when I added the elements, I said ts dot add 100. So it added 100. Then I did ts dot add 150. It added 150. Then I did ts dot add 50. It added 50. So I added them in this order, blah, blah, blah. But when I do a SOP on the TS, what will it display me? What will be the output?
50, 100, and 150.
So how did that tree set manage to retrieve the data in this order? Is that a question in your mind coming up?
Sorting.
100 compare with 150 and is check greater or short, less. If greater, then is place left right hand side,
It is
like
already
this
placed.
three ways.
The placement will
Sorting and searching.
add. Placement will take place when you are adding. I am saying when you are displaying, how will it display it in ascending order? I added
So
this format, right? 100, 150, 100, 150, 50, 125, 175, 50, 75. I added in this order. But when I display, it will display me in this order. So what it uses over there is, it has a tree traversal techniques. It has tree traversal technique, okay, triple T. And there are three types: pre-order, in order, and post order. Okay, so it uses in order technique for retrieval. And in order technique means left, data, right. What is the order?
left and right, LDR.
You write left, right everywhere. You write left, right in all three techniques. Left, right, and left, right. Now it's
Then what is the
data.
difference?
The matter is of the data. In pre-order, what is prepaid? You pay first, right? Like your mobile recharge. You recharge first, then you use. You prepaid. So it is called data first. Post is you pay afterwards, data afterwards. And in order is data in the middle. This is the difference. Okay.
Okay.
So what does it use for displaying which technique? In order. In order means you write LDR on each node.
So how we know that it's a tree traversal technique is used pre-order or?
The ascending order will always be given by your in order. In order always gives you ascending order.
Okay, and next all two are
Other two,
yeah.
Other traversals, they don't give you ascending order. See, I'll show you all three of them if you have time. See, so what you do is I'm doing it in which order? In order. So write what on every node? On every node, write LDR. Why LDR?
Because it shows ascending
because I'm using
order by default.
I'm using which order to traverse the tree?
Ascending.
If I was using pre-order, then what would I write on every node?
DLR.
I would write DLR. And if I would
But
use
where we
post-order,
use DLR?
that is a different use case. If you want it in ascending order, we will use in order. And if I was to do it in post order, then we will do it in
LRD.
LRD. So I'm not doing it in the post and pre, I'm doing it in. So I write LDR on every node. Now the traversal is very simple. Is there a left to this? L right first. Is there a left? Does the node where I am right now, does it have a left
Yes.
node? So yes means cut and go there. Cut and go there. Now does this have a left?
Yes.
No.
So cut and stop. Cut and stop.
Display.
Does this have data? Does this have data? Whatever
Yes.
inside is the
Display.
data. What is the data?
50.
So
50.
whenever data comes, you cut and you display. You cut and you display. So what will it display?
50.
50. Now, is there a right for this?
Yes. 75.
Cut and go. You cut and go. Is there a left?
No.
Cut and stay. Is there data?
Yes.
So data means cut and display. Cut and display. So what will it display?
75.
75. Is there right for 75?
No.
So you cut and stop. Cut and all three cuts go to the parent. All three cuts go to the parent. Is there data?
Yes.
Cut and display. So whenever data will come, you will cut and display. So what will you display?
100.
100. Is there a right?
Yes.
So cut and go. So if the answer
Again left.
if the answer is yes, cut and go.
The answer is no. Cut and display.
And if it is no, then cut and stay. If it is no, then no means cut and stay there. And wherever there is data, you display. Wherever there is data, you display. Simple logic. Okay, now is there a R?
Yes.
So what you do?
Go to 150.
Cut and go. Is there a left?
Yes.
Cut and go.
Cut and go.
Is there a left?
No.
Cut and stay. Is there data?
Yes.
Cut and display.
Display.
What is it?
125.
125. Now, is there right?
No. Cut and go to parent.
No. No means cut and stay. No. Now, all three cut. All
Yes.
three cut. Of 125, all three are cut. LDR, right or wrong?
Yes.
sir.
Right.
Right.
Go to the parent. Data is there.
Yes.
Yes.
Cut and display. Now, is there right?
Yes.
Yes.
Cut and go. Is there left?
No.
Cut and stay. Is there data?
Yes.
Yes.
Cut and display. So what is the output?
175.
So the output is ascending order.
Yes, sir.
So this is how it will fetch the data from the tree and display you in ascending order, because it uses in order while fetching the data. This is how internal it is configured. So the recursive functions calls are made internally.
Java can also compare on behalf of a length of a string.
Java
display?
compare on the content, CompareTo compares on the content of the string.
Okay. Like we have a list charts, and then so we can't compare in between.
More customized logic. Then you'll have to write your
Okay.
customized logic on getting the length. So in the comparator, when you're overriding the CompareTo function, here you'll have to write your own customized logic on comparing on the length.
Okay.
So now I'm comparing on the roll number, correct?
Yes.
I go back over here, I add them on the roll numbers. So now when I display them, So this will just okay. Have I overridden the ToString function? ToString overridden, correct?
Yes.
When I display the tree set, these objects due to the ToString function, will it display the hash code or will it display the data?
Data.
Why data? Because I have,
Overridden.
if I comment this now, and now when I try to display the TS, these are all objects, right?
Yes.
Can you display the object? It will display the hash code of the objects if I run it.
Yes.
Now it will not throw me any error because I have done the comparison and it is displaying with the hash codes, correct?
Yes, sir.
I want to display the objects based on their roll number. So I want to display Alice, Harry, and Tom, correct?
Yes, sir.
What do? I go to the class and write the ToString function. And now when I go and run the code, it will display me these objects based on their roll number. Getting Alice, Harry, and Tom. Yes, no, maybe.
Yes.
Now, if I wanted to do based on their percentage, now Tom, Alice, Harry, correct?
Yes, sir.
What changes do I have to make now? What changes do I have to make now? In comparable, you can compare only on one single attribute. If you're using comparable, you have the choice of only one single attribute. So now we had a choice of which attribute? Compare based
Percentage.
on.
Percentage. If percentage.
So we will change this to percentage, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. And if I reverse the order, if I put a -1 over here and 1 over here, it will descending order. It will arrange in which order?
Descending. Yes, sir.
Descending
Descending.
order.
So now we had Alice, Harry, and Tom, right? Now I've changed the reverse. I've reversed the order. So what will the output be now?
His output is a 91.578.
Tom, Harry, Alice.
Tom, reverse order of roll number, correct? Tom, Harry, Alice. So the reverse order of your, so Tom, Harry, and Alice. Getting it? So if you want to show in reverse order of percentage from rank 1, rank 2, and rank 3. So what will we do now? What changes will we do? Simple change. Wherever you have roll number, write what?
Percentage.
Write percentage, correct?
Yes, sir.
That's all. So this will sort in which order? Reverse order of percentage. So what is the reverse order of percentage?
78.
Harry,
91. 91, 78.
Harry,
Harry, Tom.
Harry, Alice,
Sorry,
Tom.
Harry, Alice, Tom.
Harry, Alice, Tom. Okay, Harry, Alice, and Tom. Got it?
Yes.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Comparable does. So in a tree set, if you are adding elements of that class, if you're adding element of that class, so that class should implement what? Implements
Comparable.
okay,
Comparable.
or comparator, any one of them, comparable or comparator. So does this ring a bell in your mind? Then how come it is allowing me to add the objects of string directly? Any guesses? How come it is allowing me to add the objects of string? Yes, guys.
By using a
Other
two
one
string,
student- Yes.
sir.
No, ToString is just displays the data in a string, converts object to string format. ToString doesn't come. Tree set always compares.
Yes, okay.
How come it is allowing me to add this? And when I run this, it gives me the output also. So what has happened internally? Any guesses?
Internally, it's check alphabetical orders, in order,
How
LDR.
How come? So internally, the string class is implementing comparable, correct? Because this is an inbuilt class. This is a user-defined class. So as it is user-defined class, I have to explicitly implement comparable. But this is an inbuilt class, correct? So do you think the string class might be implementing comparable? Yes, no, maybe.
Yes, sir.
Let's check it. So if I hit the control key, the class will become a hyperlink. The class will become a hyperlink. And if I go in that class, is it there?
Yes, sir.
Comparable string.
Getting?
Yes, sir.
Not understanding.
Serializable. Okay.
That is a different interface.
Okay. Is the name of class the package?
No, it's the implements. So if it is followed by implements, it is name of what?
Interface.
Interface, right? Pure common sense. If a class implements something, what is that something?
Interface. Right.
Interface.
Serializable a package. And if you go in the serializable, no, it will be a blank interface. If I go inside, no, it will not have anything. It will not have anything. This is called as marker interface. What is this called as? What is this called as?
Interface.
That interface which has an empty body is called as marker interface. Which interface?
Marker.
Marker. So is the tree set implementing comparable? That's why it is allowing to add tree set in the. Okay, if I add integer, will it allow me to add integers? Yes, no, maybe.
No, sir. Yes.
Why no?
Yes, sir.
So now it is not throwing any error. Why? So is the integer class also implementing comparable?
Yes.
Yes. If you want to see, click on that. Just control, hit the control key and hover on the class name, and it will also implement comparable for
Integer. Yes.
getting it.
Yes, sir.
This is what you have to what do you call research. You guys are not practicing what is being taught. So expecting you all to research on something new is very alien. Even if you all practice what is being taught, I'll be happy. Rather than you all investing time over here, this is for the experts. But if you have a knack of investigate, now see, this is constable. Now what is this constable? So this should ring a bell in your mind. I read something called constable. What is it? Let me go and research and check. You all are not doing the task assigned, then expecting you all to go and research, because this will always add value to your knowledge. I don't want you all to have very shallow knowledge, very basic knowledge. I want you all to go deeper. Now you all know how the inbuilt classes are configured. What is this max value? What is this 0x8000? How is he writing the value? And is giving the integer, but writing over here x. How is that permissible? How is that possible? What is this at native? This should ring a bell in your mind. Try opening the inbuilt classes, dive deep, investigate. So that's why as this class implements comparable, it is allowing to add the objects of them, and it will compare them based on the values. Okay. Now what if simultaneously I want to keep the three options open? I want to keep the option of roll number also open. We have the screwdriver. You've seen a screwdriver? Anyone?
Yes, sir.
So one is that hard-coded screwdriver which has a rubber handle and has a hard-coded front over here, right? Can you detach this from the handle? It's hard-coded. It's fabricated or made of plastic. It is one single piece. And on the other hand, you have a toolbox which has various tools. You have some screws you open with a minus sign, some screw they open with a plus sign, some screw they open with a bigger plus sign. You have various tools. So what it does is it has a front for each of the respective type of screw in the toolbox, and then the handle is there separately. So what do you do in such cases? What do you do in such cases? So if I have to open something, there's a screw which is of minus, then what do? I take the minus and open that screw. And if there is a screw which is of plus, a small plus, then I take this screwdriver, this front, and if there's a plus, bigger plus, I take this one out. So now if I see a screw of this nature, if I see a screw fitted of this nature and I want to open this screw, which to the handle, what will I add? A, B, or C? Yes.
A.
So have you all seen such screwdrivers? I guess you all have.
Yes.
The men,
Yes.
men might have seen. And if I have a screw which is of this nature, normally your TV or your laptop, they have such screws. They are quite small, but they are plus nature. So now which attachment will I use?
For the second one, it depends on size.
Yeah,
On the first. For the first one, we will use the first.
Smaller one. This is a small plus. This is the bigger plus. This is the bigger plus. Yeah, now tell me. For this,
And we'll use the larger one.
so for this we'll use what?
The first one, with minus sign.
And for this we'll use the smaller plus.
B. Yes.
Use the bigger plus, correct?
C. Yes.
And the handle is there, which is common for everyone, correct? So here,
Right.
what we did, comparable gives you only one choice. Comparable gives you only one option. That is, if you are using roll number, then you cannot use percentage. And if you're using percentage, then you cannot use
Roll number.
either one of them, right?
Yes.
Yes.
There is no plug and play. There is no option of plug and play. Is there?
No, there is not.
So what if I want an option of plug and play? Then what to do?
Use comparator.
Use comparator. Perfect. Okay. Let's also search for the logic if I want to compare on a string. Okay. As someone put forward that we can compare based on a string also, right?
Yes.
Okay. So let's do that. So you'll compare on which attribute now? So you go to the class and you override the compare function, the CompareTo function based on the logic. So what will we return now? So what we can do is, if, what is the attribute name for the S name, right?
Yes.
Okay, if S name dot compare S1 dot S name. Okay, directly we'll return this one. Directly we will return this. Okay, directly we will return this one. I need to close one more. Okay, directly we will return this. So now let's say we are comparing based on their name. So what was the data we had? We are adding Alice, Tom, Harry. Output should be yes, guys. What should be the output now?
Alphabetical order.
What should be the output?
Alice, Harry, Jack, Tom.
Is it? Are you sure?
If
I'm
you
not
use
sure.
Alice,
Alice,
Harry,
Harry.
Jack, and
Yes, it is taken.
okay. So this is your comparable. So this was hard coded. So whatever we can choose any one. Now, but now if I don't want to choose any one, I will do plug and play. Whichever so I'll keep three options available, right? Compare by roll number, compare by name, and compare by percentage, right? So I will make three different classes. I will make three different classes based on each of the comparison mode. So I can say roll number comparator. Okay. And I will make, okay, this will implement which interface then? Yes.
comparable.
Comparator.
Okay.
For which class?
Student or
Now, why is it showing a red line over here? Anyone?
because its package name changed.
Is it?
Family class, roll number, comparator.
Change, that's why.
No.
Yes, Ataullah, Mehtab, Farooq. All are there. iPhone is Farooq, Ataullah. There's no Mehtab. Yes, Amir. Why is it showing a red line? I guess 10,000 times I've explained this. This is the 10,000 first time the same question is being repeated. Amir, why is the red line over here?
Only class RN comparator.
RN comparator is implemented by interface comparator.
So when the class implements the interface, it is compulsory the class overrides all the methods of that interface.
It is not overriding.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
What, man, you guys?
When you start writing overriding, it's automatically revoked.
Means? So now I come here. So this will take, which function has to, I have to override now?
Compare method.
And what was the method in comparable? Compare to. What was the method in comparable? What was the method in comparable?
Compare to student as well.
And how many parameters was that taking?
Only one.
And now what is the method in? What is the method in comparable? Comparator.
Comparator have a 2 parameter.
Method name
We're
is,
taking 2 parameters.
method name is compare and having 2 parameters. Okay. And now what logic I applied over here? I'll apply on these two. Okay. So what was that logic when I was doing it on roll number? Okay.
So you can take a S name or percentage compare with each other.
Yeah, this is roll number, no? This is roll number comparator.
Okay.
Roll number comparator will compare on
As
the
you wish, sir.
I'll make 3 classes. I'll make 3 separate classes, one for each type of comparison. And then you can plug and play whatever you want to use.
Mm-hmm.
in the application. Okay, so what are the logic when we were doing for roll number? This one, right? So I'll just take this logic to show the name, right? So I'll take this and I'll put in the roll number comparator. But here I had the percentage. So I will now call that as percentage of S1. So S1 and S2.
Yes.
So here I will call S1 and here I will call S2. Here I will call S1. Okay, why is it restricting me to access S1 and S2? Why is it showing a red line? Amir,
Yes, sir.
why is it showing a red line when I say S1 dot per and S2 dot per? What is the problem? Can you diagnose this problem for me? I'll
Can you
give you a hint. I'll show you the code so you will get a hint. Tell me now.
Private class, then we take a dot get
Private class.
private
sorry
attribute?
Private attribute.
yes yes sir.
So if I want to access roll number, what will I do? I will
Get
call
roll number.
get roll number. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
These fine things you should be comfortable with. So I cannot say per. I'll say what?
Get
Get per.
per. Yes, sir.
Here I'm gone. Get per. Here also. Get per and there also get per. So now I am overriding this CompareTo function. I'm using which? Now R number comparator, correct?
Yes, sir.
And if I want to do percentage also, then what will I do? If I want to use compare by percentage, so I'll make a new class. Why what name? Percentage
Per.
compare.
Percentage
Yes.
comparator.
Same.
And what will that class do?
Percentage.
And based on what now? Okay, then what did we do in the previous one? The roll number should have on an RN, no? This should have done get RN. Okay, so roll number comparator, correct?
Yes, sir. RN.
Yes.
So what should we be comparing it with? Dot get.
Get our number.
Yeah, good one. So this alertness is very good. Okay, this is a roll number comparator. Now I come to my percentage comparator. All good, already sorted.
Yes.
Then I make one more class. By what name? Name comparator.
Yes.
And override it. Give what name? Now what to do? If I am comparing it by the name, so how will we? Now what logic will we apply over here? Okay, the logic which we had applied for.
as dot get name.
Yes.
Get as name.
Same. So I just copied that somewhere. Let me fetch it and paste it over here. So that there is no. Are you able to see my screen? So what will we do? Return what? S name. So S name is whose S name? S1. So what will we say? S1 dot S name, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Will it allow me? Will it allow me? S name is what?
Private, yes. Get
Private
SName.
again, get.
So we were on what name comparator, right? So S1 dot
Get SName.
get SName dot compare to S2 dot
Get S.
get SName. That's all we have. And now while making the tree set, where is that comparable? Okay, let's make one more comparable demo. So I can share the classes with you all. Make a new. What happened? I go to the package, make a new class comparator demo, and that I should have made. I'll fetch the objects from here. I'll fetch the objects from here. Okay. So now what I'll do is I made these objects, correct? Yes or no? And now on what basis do you want to sort them? I want to sort them based on their name. So I'll pass the object of that comparator over here. New which comparator? Getting it?
Name.
Yes, that's all. So now even if my student class is not implementing comparable, not a problem. And I
Because we have comparator.
can comment this also. Because I'm using,
Comparator.
so I am not doing any overriding. Neither is my class implementing any interface. Is it implementing any interface?
No.
No, right? So now what to do? How will we manage now? Look at the charger. So now how will we manage? We'll manage from the comparator. So now I'm using, here I'm using which comparator?
Name.
So now when this will be added to the hash set, will be added based on which attribute?
SName.
That name. So if I want to display them individually, so what we can do is for student S from your TS.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. And if I just sys out their names, okay,
S.
out their name. So S dot
SName.
is it? Is it?
Get SName.
Yes.
Is dot get.
Private data, right?
Get SName, yes.
You cannot use the. So what will be my output is my question now. Column has only one statement, so you can remove the parentheses. So now what is the output? I'm comparing based on name comparator. So Alice,
Alice, Harry, Jack and Tom.
on 4 different lines.
Yes.
Alice, Harry, Jack, Tom, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And now if I want to compare on their percentage, I will just change this. Not
Yeah, yes.
now tell me what is the output.
68, 78.
Tom, Alice, Harry, Jack.
Yes,
So
yes.
I
Tom.
take the name.
Yes, name.
Yes.
Tom.
In ascending order, right? Percentage in ascending order or descending order?
Ascending order.
Ascending order. So tell me.
Tom,
Tom,
Alice,
Ali.
Jack, Harry and Jack.
I changed the order last time around.
You didn't change.
Okay, let's.
It's in descending one.
So this is the output. See, descending order.
It's in the descending one. Yes, you didn't change that.
So Jack, Harry, Alice, Tom, correct?
Yes.
Ascending order of percentage, then go to per comparator and then change this, just change this sign. Just
Yes,
change
One
and minus. Getting it?
yes, sir.
yes.
Change that. And now if you go to your comparator demo, now what is the output? Ascending order of percentage, right? Ascending order.
Tom,
Yes.
yes,
Tom, Alice, Harry, Jack.
Tom, and this is just reverse of this, right?
yes, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So
Tom, Alice, Harry, Jack.
Java application, Tom, Alice, Harry, Jack. Okay. And now I want to compare them based on their roll number. So what will I use?
R number comparator.
And that also is doing in descending order, correct?
Yes.
Because we have 1 and minus 1, and our number is doing minus 1 and 1. So it is doing in descending order of roll number, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So what is the output?
104.
Jack, Harry, Jack, Tom, Harry, and Alice.
Jack, Tom, Harry, and Alice.
Yes, sir.
Jack, Tom, Harry, and Alice. Okay. So like this, you can use your comparable and comparator. And now two more interfaces which you have to study is iterator and list iterator. Iterator and
List iterator.
so iterator and list iterator, you can visualize them as, so you can visualize the collection object as a building. So
Iterator is not the super class of the collection.
that is iterable.
That is iterable.
That is
Iterator.
iterable. Okay, so you can visualize this as the apartment or this as a building having various floors. So first ground floor, first floor, second floor, blah blah blah. And there is no staircase to this building. So what is the only mode of accessing it now? The elevator, correct? By default, the elevator is pointed to the basement. So now if I want to traverse this building, the only option I have is this elevator. It can be in any order. I'm just putting it in. So this is my students array list, let's say. Array list, students, is new array list. And this is a what type? Again, what type do I put over here in the angular brackets, guys?
String.
Okay. And here, just give empty angular brackets and round brackets. Okay, so, and this is the list. This is the iterator. This is the iterator. So how do I add this iterator to the string? So I can say iterator, whatever name I give, itr equals to this object which is there, the collection object is students, right? Students dot iterator method. So now I have added this iterator to traverse through this list. Now, so it has two methods, has next and next. So has next will check. So I can say while itr dot has next means does it have the next element or not? So where is the iterator pointing towards now? Where is the iterator pointing to right now? To the building. Which floor
First.
is it?
It is in the basement.
So has next, does it have the next value? True or false?
True.
Will come inside the while loop, and if I want to display Alice, I will say SOP itr.next. So next will give you that value. So what will this display me? What will this?
Alice.
This is a loop, right?
Yes.
So, and now in the second iteration, does it have next? True or false?
Yes. Then true.
Does it have next?
Yes. False.
Does it have next?
Yes.
Does it have next?
Yes.
Does it have next?
No.
Loop will terminate.
Terminate.
So iterator is used to iterate through the list. Okay. So if I can do that over here, so let me take a iterator demo. So I can share these classes with you all. What we are doing is we are overriding the classes. So what is in practice, I'm not able to share it with you all. Okay, so now let's take a simple array list. AL is new array list. Okay. And if I want to add the elements in the array list while creating itself, okay, I don't want to use the add function always. Directly I want to add it. So that also we can do. I'll show you a way. So directly while creating only, you can add the elements in the array list. Okay. So you can use a new array list, right? And what are we going to add in this? We are going to add what? Integers. So it doesn't come against the object name, it comes against the class name. Remember that. Okay. And here you can pass something as this arrays dot as list function is there. Arrays dot as list, and here you can pass your values. Okay. So it is as good as saying a1.add5, a1.add1, a1.add6, a1.add9, a1.add4. We have not imported the array list, so it is showing a red mark. Control Shift O. Okay. Now to traverse through this array list, I'll make a iterator object. Okay, I'll be traversing through integers, right? And I say iterator, and I'm adding it to this array list al dot iterator. And now to traverse through it, I'll say while al dot has next to check what happened. Not al, itr dot has next. If it has next, it will go inside and it will get me that next by next method. If I run this code, what do you think is the output? What do you think is the output of this code? Yes.
51694.
Yes, but I'm using array list and order is preserved, right?
Yes.
Correct. Okay, if I would use hash set now. Now
Order not preserved.
it will come in any order.
Then 1, 4, 5, 6, 9.
Any order, right?
Any order, yes.
1, 4, 5, 6, 9. It is giving you in sorted order, fortunately. But you cannot predict the order at a hash set. If it was pre-set, that was guaranteed it will give me this. So the iterator can point to any of the collection class object, whether it is a list or whether it is a set. Okay, and it has only one function, next and next, which is unidirectional. It is unidirectional. But if I use list iterator now will work only on the list classes, will work only on the classes of the list interface. Is hash set under the list interface? Does hash set come under the list interface? Hash set comes under the other set interface.
No, it's set. It's under set.
Now this will work. Then, so what you can do is, let's see if it has any function called list iterator. L dot list iterator. And now same thing it can done, and it has one more option of going previous also. This, so it can go in both directionals. So now at the end of here, at the end of this line, where is my lift? On the top floor, correct? So now if I want to come back, what will I say? If I want to come back, what will I say? So I went from 0 to 4. I want to come from 4 to 0. Indexes. So just the reverse, right?
Okay. Reverse.
Previous, and give me the previous. Give me the what happened? If it has previous, then okay, there's a semicolon missing over here. So if it has, then give me the previous. So this will display you in ascending order. Okay, from 0 to, not necessarily ascending order because it is an array list, it can be in any order. So it display you twice. So let me put a marker over here. Forward direction. And with the reverse direction. So with the list iterator, you can traverse the collection object in any of. Got it? 5169449.
Yes.
So like this, you can use the iterator and list iterator to traverse through your collection object. Are you getting what I'm trying to say, guys? Understood what is comparator?
Yes.
Understood what is comparator, comparable, iterator, list iterator?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's do example of priority queue. Okay. So priority queue, I can set the priority. The elements will be added in the manner which they come, but they will be retrieved based on their priority. Okay. So if I have a priority queue, okay, of integers, and let me call it as queue, is new priority queue. I will add the element in the order which they come. So in which order have the elements come? So if I display them, it will display me based on the priority. The smallest number will be displayed first. Smallest number will be displayed first. So what will be the output of this?
10, 20, 30, 40, 50.
Yeah.
That is known in priority queue.
This. Yes, anyone?
10, 20, 30, 40, 50.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, right?
Yes,
Let's run and check it.
because of priority.
Yeah, so by default, it will give you an ascending order. Smallest number will have highest priority. Okay?
So can we change it to descending order?
Yes, you here put collections.reverse order. Put what over here? Collections dot.
Reverse order.
So now it will add in the order which they come, but while fetching, it will fetch the biggest one. Getting it?
How we set up a priority
Yes.
set?
Priority we can set like this: collections.reverse order.
So it will work with a string as well?
Yes, yes, we will work at string order. Because string is implementing comparable, no? String is implementing.
Yes, yes.
So it will work with string as well. So now I have to add strings, right? So 10, I will put Alice. 50, I will put Elsid. 30, I'll put Charles. And 40, I'll put Dom. And 20, I'll put Ben. So what is the output you'll get now? Yes, no, maybe.
It's in reverse. It's in reverse.
Reverse, yes. Okay.
Yes.
Sir, Alice should be at the
We
end.
are
after-
getting in Ben.
Yes, sir.
Elsid, Dom, Charles, Alice, Ben.
Yes, sir. Alice should be at the end.
That should come at the end, yes. We're using reverse order. We are using reverse order. Now Alice Ben here again. Why is it doing that? I would capital B also over here. And if I remove this, then if I remove this, then getting here also.
Yes,
Again,
sir.
it's
E
giving
should be
LCD
there.
in between.
The last one is not checked properly, like
Yeah.
E and D.
Not getting
Last two.
last number it is doing a mismatch. So that is
Last two. I think.
it will. Okay, let's add more to and check.
Sir, it's same showing for integer also.
Yes, let's check that. Okay, now also. So okay, now let's say if I
It's not
pop,
compared.
if I pop this, if I pop from this queue, okay, if I want to remove from this queue, so I take a string S and I remove from this queue, what will it remove based on the priority?
First one remove.
A, L, and
And
A. Okay,
yes.
let's say A. Now tell me.
Then first remove Akash according to their priority.
Let's remove Akash. So this should remove Akash, correct? We have not displayed it. So this should display Akash. Because your priority queue will. Okay. Correct?
It's a vote. It's
Now,
correct, but first line is Akash and Alice is
while printing it is not showing, but while retrieving it will always retrieve based on their. It is just storing the elements. But while retrieving, you will always get the smallest number first. So if I now Now, is Akash a part of the queue anymore now?
No, it's not.
No.
So if I sys out the queue, will it have Akash? It shouldn't have
It
Akash.
shouldn't.
So Akash
It
is
shouldn't.
Akash is removed. Now, next time when I say remove, what will it remove?
Next number
Alice.
coming up first position, it's
Guaranteed to remove.
yes.
What will it remove now?
Then next one is the Alice remove.
Yes, guaranteed.
And Ben and
Alice is
Charles.
guaranteed. Yeah. So while displaying, it is just holding the data. But while removing, it will remove based on their priority. Getting? Are you all getting what I'm trying to say? So if I want to remove everything, and I say while your q dot is empty, and I say while it is not empty, come inside, and I say string s equals to q dot remove, and now sys out the s. Now what is the output? Any guesses?
Yes, sir.
Tell me what.
It shows a empty null. It shows a null because Q is not is
We are
empty.
removing.
If is not empty, then it come string s equal to Q dot remove. So it's remove the first one is the band remove, then it
Just run
shows
it,
a
sir,
DOM,
simply.
Charles, Alcid and J.
I have removed the previous code, so I reverted back to this queue.
Okay. Then it's remove Alice.
Hmm.
And
Remove
then
Akash.
first remove Akash with Alice, Ben,
Then Alice,
then Ben,
then Ben,
and then Dom.
then Charles,
Okay, yes, sorry,
Charles,
Dom
5, then
and Elsie, and then J.
correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's try to run this and check.
So just print the value together, sir. Then we see lively how it remove. Okay.
Okay.
Akash, Alice,
Guaranteed
Ben,
removal
Charles,
based on
Dom,
their priority.
and J. But yeah, it's remove.
And if I want to reverse the order now, the number of the maximum should come out first then. What do I do?
Collection.reverse. Order.
Collection dot. Now what will it remove? The reverse of it, right? So now J should come out first. So it is just storing the data in the queue, but while removing, it will always remove based on the priority. Is this understood? So don't print the queue because queue is just holding the data. But while removing, it will take the number which is having the priority and it will remove that.
While removing it works, but while showing it doesn't.
So it is just storing. The queue is just storing
Yes.
the records. It doesn't have anything based on their priority. Just storing them. But while retrieving, you will always retrieve based on their priority. Getting it?
Yes.
So this is how your queue also operates. So today we did 4 interfaces. We did comparator, comparable, iterator, list iterator, and priority queue. Okay, so most of the collections we have covered. Now let's wait for these guys if they can string
Sir,
together.
I have a question, sir. One question, sir. Where is array list and array linked list is used? Both, if have our options is both array list or linked list, then how can we decide where we use array list or array linked list?
Array list. We don't use linked list much.
Okay, okay.
So if you want duplicates, go with array list. If you don't want duplicates, go with hash set. Simple as that.
No, has set, no. Is there a comparison between array list or linked list?
Array list, go with array list always.
So, sir, what is the difference between both of them, sir? Why we use linked
We
list
just
and why
have
we use array?
methods in the array list. In the linked list, we have methods of adding first, adding last, removing first, removing last. Those such methods we have, which we don't have in array list. That is the advantage which we get. The advantage of array list, what we get is we get some extra functions: peek first, add last, add, remove last, all those functions. Remember?
Yes, sir.
So if you want to do some such operation that you want to constantly keep a check which element is at the first position, which element is at the last position, then go with array list. But if you just want to store the data, then go with array list.
Linked list.
Go with linked list if you just want to store the data. But if you want to see the data which is at the first position, which is at the last position, then go with linked list.
Okay. We need a more practice and practice here. Collections is a very important. Is
Very,
80% comes, as you say.
Very, very, very important. Important is the understatement.
And collection is, I think, sir, last topic.
Yeah, then you all do SQL. The next topic we'll do is JDBC. Next topic we will do is
Collection is over, sir. Collection finish.
yeah. Now you'll have to just practice with collections and see what these guys can come up with real world scenarios where we can use collection, and we can also see how to use collection with the JSON. And also I wanted to have a session with you all on how to implement the collections using JSON. So I have some notes for you all also on the various collection classes. So for each of the collection class, no, I have made some notes. So if you want some notes, you all can go through them. Okay. So array list, has set, has table, link, has a priority, queue, stack, preset, vector, iterator, list iterator. All of them I have made some notes. I will share it with
Sir,
you all.
can you share your experience with collections, sir, in real life scenario?
We have to understand JSON first. Okay. The next session what we will take is JSON. And when we do JSON, that time you'll understand the real world application of your collection. So you also have raised a point with the management. Let's say Sataj bhai or Shanawaz bhai can take any sessions, and they can also share their inputs. And the next session which I will take will be based on the JSON and then using JSON with collections. That is the real world application. Okay. So this much content is sufficient for you all to practice. Let me come up with some assignments also for you all on collection and share it with you all. That is some basic assignments you all can do using linked list and all that. I can give you a use case, and let's see if you all can crack that use case. Okay, is my screen visible to you all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's see if you, how good you all are at problem solving. A person has 3 juice machines. How many juice machines? Okay, so one is making apple juice.
Yes, sir.
And one is making mango juice, and one is making orange juice. In 1 second, 2 machines can operate. In 1 second, he can make 2 juices. He can make
Juice.
2 juices. So one machine can operate. In 1 second, he can make 2 juices. So if he has got a juice, so if he has got a order for 1 apple and 1 mango juice, so how much minimum time will it take to prepare the juices?
1 apple and
1 mango. So how much time?
1 second. 1 second.
1 second, because in the very first second,
Yes, sir.
give both the machines the order. So 1 apple and 1 orange, and after 1 second, he will get both the juices. Correct? Okay, understood. So now what if he gets 4 apple juice order,
Hmm.
4 mango juice order, and 5 orange juice order. How much time, minimum time will it take to prepare these orders is my question. You have to calculate the minimum
At
time.
a time, we use a 2 juice, not
Maximum.
1.
Yeah. 2 juices can be made in 1 second, maximum, not more than that.
Okay.
And 1 juice machine can make only 1 juice at a time. So it is not that if he gets two orders of apple, if he gets 2 apple orders, then he cannot give the mango machine also the order to make apple. Mango machine will only make mango, apple will only make apple, orange will only make orange. So if he gets 2 apple orders, a customer comes and says 2 apple juice, then first, second, 1 apple, second apple, right?
Yes, sir.
These machines were idle that time. These machines were sitting idle, correct? They were making no juices. This was making 0. This was making 0. Because they were not, there was no order for that. And in the second order, this was made 1. So to make 2 apple juices, what is the minimum time taken? 2 seconds. 2 seconds, right?
2 seconds, yes.
Question is, what is the minimum time to make 5 apple, 5 mango, and 5 orange? This is the question.
5 seconds.
So can you prove it to me over here? Okay, let's
Just a moment.
take an Excel sheet
2,
and
3, 4, 5,
let's
6,
take an Excel
and
sheet.
7.
Let's take an Excel sheet and check. So how
Sir,
many?
I think it is 7 minutes.
Let's check. Apple,
1,
mango, and orange, right?
2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes, each one of them is
How
taking
many?
1 second for one juice.
4 and 5, right? So in the first second, how many juices will you make?
Apple, mango, orange.
7
1.
minutes, sir. Total take a 7 second.
In 1 second, you can only operate 2 machines. You can
Yes, sir.
only make 2 juices in a second, not more than
Yeah.
that.
Yes, sir.
I gave you a condition, right? 1 second, only 2 juices can be made, maximum.
हाँ ठीक है sir. तो it's take us 7 seconds, sir.
1 second, maximum 2 juices only.
Yes, sir. 7 seconds.
So how can you show me the dry run?
Okay. I take a first M.
Let's
ignite.
use apple and mango for the first time.
So
Sir.
1 over here, one over here, right?
Yes, sir.
The balance.
Apple,
We got
mango.
2.
Then how many balance mangoes and how many balance orange?
3, and 5.
3 and 5, right? So I'll put it over here. I'll put the balance over here. So here, after the first machine, we have 3, 3, and 5 to be made. Correct?
Yes.
For
Again in the second time.
apple, mango,
Orange.
and orange. So in the first second, you made 1 mango, 1 orange. So 3, 3, 5. Next second.
Again 1 apple.
Sir, okay, chalo.
1 mango.
Atolla completed.
1 apple, 1 mango. Now again what? 2 to 5?
2 to 5.
Okay. Third.
It will take total 5 and 4, 9 times.
So which fruit are you making in the third second?
It will not impact because we have 4 apple and 4 mango, and at a time we can operate only 2 machines.
Yes.
Then we have to operate 4 times for these 2 apple and mango, then separately 5 times for orange.
Sir,
Give me the
so how many time?
I want the minimum time. Who can come with the minimum time?
Sir, okay. Can may I explain according to
Yes.
my style?
Okay.
Is the first one is take a apple and mango.
Okay, apple, mango. Balance is 3, 3, 5 then.
Yes, sir. And next is take a apple mango again.
Apple, mango again. Balance is 2 to 5.
Yes, sir. And next one is take a apple orange.
So 1 over here and 4 over here. So one
And
over
next is
one.
take a apple orange again.
Hang on. So one apple and one orange.
Right, the balance
So now
remaining.
one and
Yes,
four.
sir.
One.
Ignore,
One, two, four.
rest. Next is take a mango orange.
In the 4th second, you're taking a
Mango orange.
mango.
Mango and orange.
One of this, one of this. So
Yes, sir.
balance
And
one.
last one is remaining orange is take a 1 second.
The 5th second, what you want?
Orange.
Orange and what?
Bas. Single, sir. It's take a single
But-
juice.
But you have to make 1, 1 and 3. You have to make now still 5 juices.
Yes.
When you have
According to
the
Shabana, we'll again run the machines and we'll get apple and mango. Then it will become 0, 0. Then remaining 3 times again we'll have to operate.
yeah, so come up with the answer. Okay. This is what I want you all to practice.
Equal 3, 4.
Think over it. I want the answer to be minimum time. I'll give you a hint. Use priority queue. Okay, so I'll give you the hint what you should do. Take the first maximum 2 first. Take the maximum 2. The maximum 2 are which one?
5 and 4.
So from the priority queue, use the reverse order, use reward order and then do remove. So what will it give me when I remove?
5.
5. So make 1 juice of that. So make in the first cycle, make 1 of orange and make 1 of mango because both are same, right?
Yes.
So left with how much now?
4, 4.
4, 3.
4, 3, 4.
4, 3, 4, right?
Yes.
Correct. Now in the
Yes.
second, now get the max 2. Always get the max 2. Now which is the max?
Okay. Okay. Now make for apple and orange.
Apple and orange. So make apple in the second, make 1 apple and make 1 orange.
Then orange. It will become 3, 3, 3.
3, 3, 3. And once you have got, just deduct it and again push it back to the queue. This is the queue. So now take which one? Apple, mango.
Apple, mango. Yes.
One of
because
apple,
it will not impact now. We all have the same.
Then what? 2, 2, 3.
2, 3.
Then now which are
Again, then 3 and 2.
Let's take mango, orange.
Yes.
So 1 of mango, 1 of orange. So
2, 1, 2.
2, 1, 2. Next what? Apple, orange.
Apple and orange.
So 1 over here and 1 over here. So what?
1, 1, 1.
1, 1 and 1. Next 6 second, what will you take?
Apple and mango. Any of them.
Any of them. So let's take apple, mango. So 1 and 1. So balance.
Okay, it will take 7 time in total.
0 and 1.
If I told you that it also shows a 7 time, na sir? To
No, you're not using the priority queue.
Yeah, we wanted the calculations. That I was more interested in the dry run like this. Okay, so this is what the hint I've given you all. This priority queue. Your answer should come to 7 seconds is valid, correct?
Yes.
Okay, let me run and check it for you all. What was the number of juices?
Sir, actually, I draw a rough diagram of this type of
Apple, orange, and mango.
Okay, practice this and then come up with a solution. Okay, I'll say in the next session, and then we also do some JSON work, and I also want to start with SQL because the next topic I want to start is JDBC. For that, you should know SQL. Okay, so you can talk to the
we don't know SQL, sir. We don't know SQL.
Yeah, so we'll arrange some sessions for you all for SQL because to start database connectivity, SQL is mandatory. Without SQL, you cannot work on database connectivity.
Yes.
Okay, then practice this and come up with the solution of this juice. Take care. Bye.